The book I read was The Heart is a Lonely Hunter by Carson McCullers. My opinion over the book: I think the book is very dark, but meaningful, like it has something to teach you. The choice of narration, the point of view has a great way to tell the story. Everything he put in the story has a reason. The location, poverty, the people and their struggles, they all have an important meaning. It all comes together to show we all long for compassion and we need each other to survive in this world. And this is the main character descriptions. John Singer. He was tall, his eyes had a quick, intelligent expression, and he was always soberly dressed. Soberly. He always listened to others but never said anything, always helped when others were in need. He always stayed quiet because, of course, he was mute. He needed to be depressed. He seemed to be depressed ever since his friend Antonopoulos went to the asylum. He never physically speaks, he does sign language only to his friend Antonopoulos. He was born deaf, and the outcome was that he was mute. When his friend Antonopoulos dies, that was a major turning point for him. And Antonopoulos, he was obese, dreamy Greek. His face was round and oily, with half-closed eyelids and mouth. He is selfish and does not care for others. He loves food, but still only cares for himself mostly. He went to the asylum when he started doing theftery and um, crimes. He is also a mute and is very stubborn. He has been in the book very little, but is but he plays a big part in the book. And the biggest thing that's happened to him was when he went to the asylum. He died there. Mick Kelly. She is 14 years old. Mick is tall for her age and very thin with short blonde hair and blue eyes. She is often absorbed in private thoughts and dreams, such as learning to play the piano and traveling in foreign countries. She is the fourth child of a family of six. Mick's family is poor and takes on boarders as the way to make money. Mick is a bit autobiographical of McCullers, and music symbolizes Mick. Biff Brandon. He was a man with a black and heavy beard. He is distant, observant, and quiet. When Biff interacts with his wife, they do not feel any great love for one another after 15 years of marriage. He stays isolated and he leaves us questions that are unsatisfactorily explained. Biff wants to have children of his own. He wishes that Mick and his niece Baby were his own kids. And one major part that happened to him when Alice dies, his wife. After she dies, Biff starts to use his wife's perfume and starts to stew. I believe, I believe the words, "The heart is a the title of the book. I believe the words, "The heart is a lonely hunter," means that everyone longs for someone to talk to be with. We can't be alone. We are social beings. The setting of the book is a medium-sized town in Georgia around 1939 to 1940. There is still racism in that time and poverty because of World War II. The turning point. There are many turning points for each character. First is poverty hitting the Kelly family. Then Dr. Benedict's son dies. Jake keeps losing his mind, and loses his wife. Of course, Singer's major turning point was when Antonopoulos dies, then leads to Singer's suicide. Southern Gothic novel. This book is a Southern Gothic novel because because it takes place in the South and contains racism. That's why it's Southern. and it's gothic because the book isn't really a happy book. It's dark and contains death, loneliness, and despair. And of course, it's a novel because it has a plot that is unfolded by the actions, speech, and thoughts of the characters. Also because it's fictional. The themes of the book: the struggle against isolation. Anyone who is normal human being longs for compassion and to just be not isolated. Like Carson McCullers says, maybe when people longed for a thing that bad, the longing made them trust in anything that might give it to them. Sorry. Maybe when people longed for a thing that bad, the longing made them trust in anything that might give it to them. Here is a perfect example explaining that people do not want to be alone. We all hunt for love. Major events. When Antonopoulos is taken away to the asylum, this is a major thing to Singer. Another major event is when poverty hit the Kelly family. Another major event is everyone goes to Singer for help, but in reality, Singer is confused by life as much as they are. And in the end, Antonopoulos dies in the asylum, which leads to Singer's death. And everyone who went to Singer are now even more alone when he commits suicide, because they all went to him for help. Symbolism. One symbol is communication. Everyone in the Heart is a Lonely Hunter is trying to talk to others to show their inner selves. Another symbol is life. Everyone is going through life of struggle and they are looking for an answer for what does everything that happens to them mean. And isolation is another symbol. All the characters are all isolated in their own ways and they all long for compassion and understanding. This is my PowerPoint over The Heart is a Lonely Hunter. Thank you.